wonderful sister-in-law. I made up a little poem for him in the middle of the night last night. So can everybody hear me? Yeah. There once was a man who called himself Jim. He wasn't overweight, but not exactly slim. As we all know, Jim had a wonderful life. How could he not with 2 kids and a great wife? Jim started out in his profession of accounting and working the numbers, owning a business with Kirk Mooney, working hard and no time to slumber. Eventually, they sold the business and semi-retired, which worked out well because then he couldn't be fired. It was at this time that cancer reared its ugly head, but it was caught early and was put to bed. Jim suffered through treatments with Nurse Cratchit at his side, bravely logging and journaling to us all while turning the tide. With patience and a great sense of humor, Jim won the battle over the tumor. He beat the disease, and here we all are, 5 years later, celebrating our star. We are all so happy that you are still here. You are generous and kind, and we all hold you dear. So I'll end with Jim's quote as he walks through the doors. I'll show you my tit if you show me yours.
Hard act to follow.
I can only show you one. As I said, I don't do this often, so this could be ugly, so bear with me. Good afternoon to everybody. It's nice to see so many familiar faces and smiles. And I'm glad to see everybody got the memo and is wearing pink. You did well on that. Soon after sending out the invitations for this event, it became apparent to me that the reason for this get-together was not 5 years. The reason was to thank every one of you for your support and encouragement while I was during the process. So if I didn't meet you at the door or greet you, I'm saying thank you, thank you, thank you for that. I also wanted to recognize 2 couples who are not local that came here. One is Bill and Marie King. They drove in here from Pennsylvania today. And Bob and Ann Tancredi, who drove in here from Michigan today, from Detroit. I don't know what I did to impress them, but it worked. The last 5 years have been interesting. I've had 2 ultrasounds, 2 needle biopsies, 2 surgeries, 2 chest drains removed, 4 chemo treatments, 6 blood draws, 20 follow-up doctor visits, a time when I didn't need a haircut. I had 2 double mammograms and 5 single mammograms. And by the way, to my lady friends, your window of opportunity may have closed. As I go forward, I'm not sure that I will have to have an annual mammogram, so I may not be able to call you to carpool. Also, during the 5 years, I have endured a bit of abuse. Think about it. Male, breast cancer, it's perfect. Well, part of that was self-inflicted. I had my surgeon write on a Cleveland Clinic prescription pad that I could use the ladies' tea when playing golf. I laminated it and put it on my golf bag. I haven't told her yet that it doesn't work. Also, my daughter's boss gave me a couple sleeves of pink golf balls, which I use with no shame at all. And I also recently acquired a couple of pink drivers, which you may have seen on the table over there. So it's a tough group that I play with, so I don't always pull those out on the first tee. I usually wait till the 15th or 16th, because if you're going to get abused, you know it'll be for a short period of time. I also want to say specific thanks to the Cleveland Clinic, my surgeon, Alicia Fanning, her sidekick, Sue, and my oncologist, Gary Snurr, his sidekicks, Kelly and Jeanette. They were wonderful. I also want to say thank you to my family, my son and my daughter and their spouses, also to my wife Judy, better known as Nurse Cratchit. Now, I've been told that my demeanor is not very good when I'm not feeling well, so I suspect she endured a little bit that she didn't deserve. So to Nurse Cratchit, a big thank you. Lastly, I wanted to share a quote with you. This quote was from Winston Churchill. He was quite a guy in many ways, but he was really a wordsmith of the highest degree. I would venture to say if it were possible for him to have a conversation with Bennett Cerf, probably there would be very few people in the room that would understand what he said. He had such a way with words. He could precisely pick the word that he wanted that would most exactly explain how he felt about any given situation. And this particular quote he made after enduring his first battle experience as an officer in the British Army. And what he said was, "Nothing is more exhilarating than being shot at and missed." Thank you to everybody for coming here.
I would just like to add a couple things. To all of you who, through the line, mentioned that I was the older brother, whatever he paid you, I should get a percentage of that. It is quite interesting to live in the same town. I'll be in Starbucks and I get called Jim quite a bit, and of course I tell him those stories and he thinks this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. Doesn't start my day out very well, but I just would like to also thank all of you for all the support that you've given my father and our family. It was certainly a wonderful thing to be out in the community and get asked how he's doing or what's going on, what can we do to help. We do appreciate that. I think when I look at my father and what he's gone through, and to be able to journal that and write all that and share all that is just a wonderful experience, and I know it has helped a number of people in this room, and you've passed that on to others, and we certainly thank you for that. And just everything that you have done for us, we do appreciate, and just the fact that you're here is a blessing to us, so we thank you for that.